pandemic happening,
Yeah.
and there's the environmental crisis, the climate crisis. Now, speaking of a water crisis, it can occur during extreme weather caused by climate change. It is harmful to society as clean water is a basic necessity for life.
Yes, and the lack of clean water in a region can impact daily life. Although any country can experience water crisis, it oftentimes happens in rural areas and affect marginalized communities.
Now, indeed, in Malaysia, there is an enterprise which aims to improve lives through green technology and sustainable community development. It was founded to help provide clean and safe drinking water for rural communities.
Yes, it is called Saora, and it has won many awards and accreditation from both Malaysian and international agency for their achievement in social impact and innovation. And to find out more, let's welcome Farzena Balan, the director of Saora, who has proven that business technology and community development can work in conjunction to provide clean and safe drinking water as well as electricity to rural communities in Malaysia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Hello, good morning from Malaysia.
Hi, Farzena. Good morning from Indonesia. Okay, so talking about your Saora. So what prompted Saora to provide clean water for rural and also marginalized communities?
Well, actually, this idea started off by our founder, which is also one of our directors, and he was very much involved in volunteer work. And with him, they had some friends, also like-minded individuals who saw that we can do something with all the technology that we have with the simple technology, but adapting it for the need of the rural communities. And so much difference can be made in the community by just supplying them with clean drinking water.
Wow, yeah, that's really interesting. So small technology applied to rural communities. Now I want to ask you, how do you determine which rural communities need clean water the most? Do you send survey teams to kind of scout rural areas, or how's this done?
Well, that's a very good question, Bon. We try to work very closely with the government agencies. So initially, we worked with the government agency to identify rural communities that really need this clean drinking water. And after the initial first few villages, the word of mouth spread. Villagers started recommending us to their relatives in different villages, and officers from the government agencies were quite impressed, I would say, with our work, and they recommended us to other villages and even other agencies. So we try to work very closely with the government, saying that we also have lots of teams on the ground to make sure that the information that is passed on to us is true and accurate.
Okay, and Farzena, we heard that you provide solar-powered water filters to marginalized areas. So can you tell us how the device actually works, and do you train villagers on how to use the filters as well?
Okay, Aubrey, I'll try to make this as short as possible.
Okay.
It's a very interesting piece of technology which is owned and developed by Saora itself. So it is a solar-powered water filter. So we have a solar panel that harnesses the energy of the sun. And then it charges the battery in our system and powers up the water filter. And we are able to provide clean drinking water from almost any fresh water source in the village. So during the day, when the water is providing water for the villagers, this doesn't mean that at night it will not function, because at night, this particular water filter is equipped with a battery pack that makes sure that the villagers are also able to access clean drinking water at night as well. So this is a product, or this is a solution that utilizes the technology around us, harnesses the solar energy to fulfill the need of rural communities without disrupting the environment.
Very interesting, very interesting. And again, fulfilling the need of rural communities without disrupting the environment. What do you hope to achieve by providing the solar-powered water filters to rural and marginalized areas?
Again, sorry.
What do you hope to achieve by providing these solar-powered water filters to the rural areas?
Okay, there's so much to achieve. when we first provide the solar-powered water filter, what we found was we needed to teach them how to use these units. We also found that we also needed to educate them on how to collect the water, how to use suitable containers, how to wash these containers, the cups, how to store the water. And we also carried on to teach them about water, sanitation, and hygiene. So what we achieved in the end of by providing them clean drinking water is not only fulfilling their basic need for water, but also developing the community in the sense of providing them with the facility that continuously provides water, protects the environment around them, and also ensures that they have good health and they maintain good healthy habits. So I would say that this unit can actually influence the whole change of the community.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but apart from solar-powered water filters, you also provide solar-powered lighting, right, to village without electricity. And can you talk more about that?
Well, there are many villages that do not have electricity for many reasons. Sometimes they're just too far off grid, and it's not economic for us to actually bring in traditional electricity into the village. Sometimes the village is too small, again, that it is not economic for us to put up, electricity poles and all that. But this being said, they need electricity. It is a basic need to keep safe at night, to read books for the kids to study. So solar-powered lighting systems are suitable for these houses because they are able to provide lights in 2 to 3 rooms for 8 to 12 hours in the evening, and it runs only on solar power, which means as long as you have as long as you have the sun shining, you are able to charge the battery and you are able to light up your home for 2 to 3 nights.
Interesting, yeah, because lighting is very important, as you know. But I wanted to ask you, right? We've been in a pandemic for the last year and a half, right? How has the pandemic kind of affected Saora's Plus, abilities to reach these communities and rural areas? Has it kind of given any impacts or delays?
We would admit, actually, Boan, that the pandemic actually hit us. It was a surprise. We never thought that we'd be locked down and no one could move and all that. Initially, we were all under the lockdown in Malaysia. We couldn't move, but because we were moving quite within the SOPs, adhering all security and safety procedures, and we were working very closely with the government with the required permits. We actually obeyed their recommendations which village to enter and not. We actually achieved quite a lot during the pandemic. We were able to carry out our projects with slight delays, yes, but instead of going in bigger groups, we adapted our style. This time we had to use our mask, we had to conduct lots of sanitizing exercises, and we went in very small groups and to execute as much as possible in each village. So although there were challenges, we were also thankful for the opportunity to explore our strength in terms of working in smaller groups and very fast.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that Saora Plus was able to adapt.
Yeah, but talking about your project, Saora also have besides solar power water filters, you also have the solar power lighting and also have Saora Plus that offer programs to empower communities and improve their social economic conditions. So can you explain more about that?
Well, Aubrey, once I talk, I cannot stop, so you have to time me, yeah?
It's okay.
Okay, so Saora Plus, apart from offering the solar powered water filters and the sanitation and hygiene programs, we also have the solar lighting systems that lights up homes and community halls and the houses of worships of different religions in villages as well. Another part of Saora Plus is we believe that every community should be empowered socio-economically, which means that we give them the skills, the knowledge, as well as the initial tools to start earning a small income or even to change their lifestyle in terms of increasing their food, ability to sell items or exchange agricultural products with other villagers. So we do this with villagers in the rural areas. We also do this with communities that are marginalized, for example, addicts who are in rehabilitation, also prisoners who are undergoing rehabilitation, and also juveniles. So we believe that with these skills, they are able to actually not only to support their own lives, but also their family, and even give back to the society in which they are in. So which is why we are also very, very active in socio-economic activities.
Yeah, very good. Now, again, I wanted to ask, as Saora, again, targets rural areas and marginalized communities, who do you guys partner with, and how does that partnership look like, working together?
Okay, we are not the master of everything. We know what we can do, and that is why we partner with local agencies. We work with government agencies, especially because we do not want to contradict their plan for the community, or maybe they have certain safety procedures for us to follow. So we work with the local government authorities. We also work with the head of the village, and also if they have a local organization for the mothers or the women there. So this relationship works in a way that we involve everyone from the beginning.
Yes.
From the planning, is this suitable for this village? Are you willing to take care of this technology? Is everyone happy if we bring in this project? And then we decide when do we want to start it, and which individuals will actually contribute or help throughout the program. And then during monitoring, we have all these agencies as well, giving us input on how to sustain this project or even improve. So we are only a tool, and we feel that everyone, even though they're just mere partners from the village, they bring in a lot to the table in making the project a success.
Okay.
Yes.
And Farzena, how far is the extent of Saora's reach, and what do you plan to achieve in the future, especially amid the pandemic?
We have actually delivered 2.6 million drinking water to villages around Malaysia. We have more than 26 villages with our footprints in it. We have 100 projects, and so which combines water filters and solar lighting system and socio-economic activities. During this COVID, we are on a project that actually is installing toilets in villages. So we have more than 20 villages that we are going to install toilets in, with working septic systems, drainage systems, and we're also going to teach them on how to wash hands, keep their drinking water clean, keep their rivers clean. And it is a program that I feel will really bring a lot, especially to the younger generation who are staying in the village, because when they take up this knowledge, they can bring up a lot of change in the community, teaching their peers, reminding their moms and their parents. So this is an exciting project that is carrying out right now, and it will continue right up to next year.
That's so exciting. It's such a great initiative as well. Well, thank you so much for your time, Farzena Balan, the director of Saora. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Afri.
Bye. Thank you for joining us here on the sea today. Wow, it's such an inspiration, right?
Yeah, very interesting.